and welcome. My name is Sylvia Alvarez, and I'm the founder and executive director of the Housing and Education Alliance, HEA. HEA is an award-winning housing counseling agency certified by HUD, and I'm proud to say that in 2012, we won the PBS Nonprofit of the Year for our work during the foreclosure crisis. I like to say that I have been in housing since I was 9 years old. My parents were immigrants from Cuba who brought me to this country at the age of 1. Back in those days, there was no such thing as down payment assistance. It didn't exist. So they worked for 8 years until they saved enough money to buy that dream home. The problem was that they didn't speak English at all. So I became their translator between the realtor, the builder, and the banker. And I didn't really understand what I was saying, but I did see and understand the joy my parents felt when they could proudly say they owned a piece of America. I guess that feeling was contagious and I got infected. Housing has always fascinated me. Even as a teenager and young adult, I always loved looking at model homes. I remember a time a young man came to take me on a date, and when asked what I would like to do, I said, "Let's go look at model homes." There really wasn't much to do in Tampa back in those days, so he agreed. We had a good laugh when the salesman asked, "Do you own your own lot?" We looked at each other and laughed and told him, "No, this is only our first date." Luckily, it didn't work out with that guy. And I'm so happy that you are here and searching for your piece of the American dream of homeownership. There is nothing like the feeling of waking up that first day in your new home, especially if you're a first-time home buyer. That beautiful dream can turn into a nightmare if you don't take all the proper steps to not only buy the home you want, but be able to keep the home you buy. This is why our award-winning program, HomeTRACK, is used across the country. HomeTRACK covers all the topics you need to know and then some. This HUD-certified course is the most important and the first step on your home buying journey. In HomeTRACK, you will learn the importance of budgeting and how to do it smartly, why is credit so important and how it can impact your life, how to choose a lender, a realtor, and a house, who's on your home buying team, how to avoid predatory practices, your fair housing rights, what to do if you get in financial trouble, and we even cover seasonal maintenance and so much more. HomeTRACK is different from other home buying courses because it was created using edutainment. Instead of speakers, PowerPoints, and long narratives, HomeTRACK uses games, cartoons, and very funny videos to teach the concepts which raise the retention level of our students. Let's see what some of our students are saying about this exciting class.
And I got my graduation cap.
Oh, you did?
Dun, 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 dun.
You know, we both didn't realize that there are so many people involved in buying the house. Like the closing agent, then I knew you have a loan underwriter, then you have all of that. So I didn't know it was so many parts to it, which kind of was to open up our eyes to see it.
I think what I learned was more about in terms of actually getting the loan and how they calculate the 41% and how everything, like all your debt needs to be within that window, because whatever is left kind of covers the HOA, it covers your insurance, it covers the loan. And if you're not within that bracket, then it attributes towards your unaffordability or affordability thereof. So that was quite interesting.
Very good. Very good.
I learned about having a counselor. I did not know how important that was in the home buying process, and I think that's gonna take a lot of my anxiety of buying a home, and it's gonna truly help me in the process.
You know, last time we had the class, if you remember, Vivian, they said the same thing, right?
About the FHA 203K program.
Okay.
I think it was yesterday, or was it the first day? I wrote it down.
It's a great program. We bought a house with that program. So what did you learn, Samantha?
She sent it in a message.
Oh, she sent it in a message. Okay.
She doesn't have audio.
Oh,
Okay. She said my audio is not working. There was very informative. The biggest thing I know was that stuck out was the 4 C's: capital, capacity, character, collateral.
Very good.
I'm going to have to say the same thing as Edward. The first day I was so overwhelmed I almost didn't come back. And
Really?
It's just me, so I'm doing everything on my own, and I realized that with a housing counselor I'm not alone. And that just
That's right.
Because I was ready to throw in the towel and be like, this is not for me. Who am I kidding? But it's really comforting to know that there is a program that is helping people out there. So, stop paying rent. And I moved to Florida about 3 years ago, and I'm from up north New York, and it's impossible to buy a house up there. And I figured this is it. This is my opportunity. I need to move on it right away.
Well,
So I want to thank you guys.
no, you warm our hearts. You really
Wow,
do.
awesome.
I'm looking at Anita right now, and her eyes are welling up. My eyes are welling up. Vivian over there,
Yeah.
because we love, we love this. I'm so glad I'm here.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And
Remind me about inspection of a home. Too often we see something we like and we ignore everything else. I do that. So this reminded me, really look around and make sure that it's in good condition.
yes,
Thank you.
definitely.
Very happy that you guys are paid attention.
Yeah,
We don't want to
thank
see you back in for foreclosure counseling. That's the most horrible thing in the world.
I don't like doing that.
No, we don't want to do that. No, this is why we do this.
From this, I definitely took the fact that there's a lot of people that is there to help you through the process. Me and my fiance, we started doing this process maybe a few months ago, just doing the basic stuff, basically took the things that I found out throughout this course that we shouldn't have been doing just yet. That
He
pretty
admits
much.
it. He's going to be a great husband. He admits he was wrong.
Yeah, that's something that I definitely took from it is, definitely take your time to figure out the process and don't deviate from it, because the second you decide to deviate from the process, you find yourself working 10 steps back and having to fight to, work your way back forward. So, definitely to slow the roll and let the people who are there to help you.
You all are speaking to my heart.
The one thing I learned was not to use and I never would have thought of it, the seller's
Realtor.
Yeah. And use yours.
Use your own representation.
Yeah.
Do you see how great this class is? I mean, it's so easy to make a mistake when you don't know it. So you put in the time and you're not going to make these mistakes. It really speaks to my heart when I hear you guys making the statements that you're making. You're going to be successful homeowners.
Yes.
We're going to help you. So why did we create this class? Studies conducted after the housing crisis proved that those who took this type of course and worked with HUD-certified housing counselors were 35% less likely to become a victim of foreclosure. So we went to work creating HomeTRACK, and we did this as our contribution to never seeing a crisis like this again. HomeTRACK is available online 24/7 with no need to travel, get childcare, and this can be done in your own time, in your own house. It is also offered through our dynamic group Zoom classes. I wonder how many of you knew someone who lost their home during the crisis. I think most of us do. But I want to share a story with you about an agency who was facing closure because all funding had dried up during that time. The executive director informed the staff that they were having to close their doors because all the funding had dried up. And this was a fate many housing counseling agencies fell prey to back then. Then an amazing thing happened. All the staff said, no, we're not going to stay home. And one by one, each member said that they would be a volunteer if need be because there were so many people that needed the free foreclosure prevention services available through our agency at that time. Losing a home is a very tragic occurrence. It is painful, like losing a family member or a beloved pet. We at HEA know that pain very well. We are the agency I was just talking about. All 14 staff members continued to work as volunteers, some for over 3.5 years. And all 14 staff members either lost our homes or were in some phase of the foreclosure process. But we took solace knowing that we helped 14,000 Tampa Bay area families keep their homes. You see, there were programs to save your home back then, even if your only income was unemployment. But HEA staff didn't have that benefit. This selfless act of putting others before themselves is what earned HEA the PBS Nonprofit of the Year award. We want to make sure that everyone is armed with all the information and tools to not only buy the home they want, but be able to keep that home. Taking this class and following all instructions will allow you to have a wonderful and uneventful home buying experience. Homeownership is a responsibility, and it is not to be taken lightly. Like anything else worthwhile, you need to put in the time. Sign up for this dynamic, exciting, and informative class and arm yourself with the knowledge you need to be successful homeowners. We want you to take this class and take it seriously because we want to make sure you are not coming back to see us for foreclosure prevention services. We are excited to have the opportunity to help you get there. That little 9-year-old girl who helped her parents buy their first home is still working to help others buy theirs. You too can have an exciting home buying experience as one of HEA's home trackers. Happy home tracking. We're glad you're here. Welcome to HomeTRACK Online. Hi, I'm Sylvia Alvarez, Executive Director of a HUD-certified housing counseling agency. This class will help you assess your readiness to be a homeowner, help you prepare a wise budget and spending plan, show you how to select a realtor, a mortgage lender, and a mortgage, know who is on your home buying team, help you choose the right home for you and your family, explain your rights and responsibilities as a homeowner, maintain and protect your home and finances. Let's open the door to this exciting class filled with valuable and up-to-date information that will make your home buying experience a satisfying and pleasurable one. We know you will be well equipped, all the information you need to be successful, so that you can keep the home you buy. So if you're ready, come with me. This is an interactive learning experience, and you will be joined today by 4 other classmates who are also looking to buy a home. Let's meet them now.
Hola, I am Juan Perez, and this is my wife Maria. We have never owned a home before. My family, they moved to the United States when I was 12, and I would be the first person in the family to ever own a home in America.
Renting versus buying a home. Which one is better for me? Joe and Jill are married. Joe wants to buy a house, but Jill wants to rent one. What should they do?
They tell me you wanna buy a house. You know what you're doing? Ever bought a house before? If you don't buy houses all the time, then how do you think you're gonna know how much to offer on a house? Everybody thinks they know everything about buying a house. I'm here to tell you, it ain't easy. I am going to tell you a few things you need to know when it comes to home ownership and taxes.
Before you go, there is something you should know. You need to know that I am Chris Handsome, and this is the TV show To Catch a Predatory Lender. Is there something you'd like to say to the cameras?
I'm out of here.
You know, we've covered a lot of things today, and we've shown you a lot of things. But let me say this. It's incumbent upon you to hire a certified, licensed home inspector. It's wise to do so because he or she will ensure your home is exactly what it needs to be to make you happy for years.